Hi. I've been getting some calls and emails lately after tax season about the newer retirement and pension income tax law here in the state of Michigan. So I wanted to take some time to kind of walk through a little bit of history and what we see here and what's going to happen now going forward. So way back when, Michigan had some pretty high exemption limits for retirement income taxation, whether that's from a pension, public or private, or withdrawals from retirement accounts like IRAs and 401ks and things like that. Up through about 2011 until that was changed, and we all had these tiers that we fell under depending on your date of birth, 1946 or before, 47 to 52, and then 1953 and after determined whether or not you received an exemption and how much that exemption was. So now, here, starting in 2023, we have what I would call an overlay to that rule. The old rules still exist, but they are going to be phased out with this new phase-in plan that's coming down the pipeline. So for 2024, because 2023 is already passed, depending on, again, your year of birth, although the years have widened out, so now they go from 46 to 58 for one of the tiers, and then 59 to 62 for another tier, and 63 to 66, and 67 and after. So it can certainly get somewhat confusing here. The goal is that by 2026, so next year, everyone, regardless of their year of birth, will be exposed to the full exemption amounts, and that should limit or even eliminate the tax, the state of Michigan income tax on your retirement income from all sources. Here in 2025, we are in the 75% phase-in year, where 2024 was the 50% phase-in year. What does that all mean? Using 2024 as an example, if you were born before 1945, you still receive the full phase-in. So pretty much status quo for you. You probably weren't paying taxes, and you still did not. The wider swath of people from 1946 all the way to 1962 received 50% of the 2024 exemption amount. And what does that mean? Well, the exemption amounts for 2024, $64,000 for single and $128,000 for married. So if you were a single individual, roughly $32,000 of an exemption. And if you were married, $64,000 as an exemption. Those born after 1963, sorry, still nothing for you in 2024. You'll have to wait until this year, 2025. So here now in 2025, from 1946 to 1966, so that next tier of people get added in, you will have 75% of the exemption amount here in 2025. We don't know exactly what that is quite yet, so still using the 2024 numbers. 75% of the 64,000, let me get my handy dandy little financial calculator out here, would be $48,000 of an exemption amount. And on the $128,000, that's going to be $96,000. So as you can see, here in 2025, those exemption amounts continue to increase. So fewer and fewer folks will be exposed to that retirement income tax here in the state of Michigan. 2026, one more year or 6 more months roughly, then we all, regardless of age, will receive the full amount of that inflation adjusted number. So again, number we have today is still from 2024. So in 2026 and beyond, 64,000 for single and 128,000 for married. So it's very likely that the vast majority of people in 2026 and thereafter will no longer owe state of Michigan income tax on their retirement income. It gets more complicated than that, of course, but for the purposes of this video, because I could probably spend another 15 or 20 minutes going through and dissecting all the various examples, but I'm not going to. If you have specific questions, want to kind of walk through a projection of what your situation might look like, please reach out. That's all for now. I wanted to talk about taxes here post-tax season, so too stressful to do all this stuff during the season itself. But now that we're past it, we can kind of think about what's coming down the pipeline here for 2025 and 2026 and beyond. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Take care.